So I'm going to get this live out for the love of God, hopefully. Jeez. So I wanted to talk about rebirthing in our lives, on our journeys. That's what I wanted to talk about before my phone shuts me down. So, and it's referring to my picture as well, you know what I mean? And it's like so inspirational to me, but I wanted to talk about that. I felt I needed to get this out. So on our journey, we need to see our journey as the canal, as like a woman's canal. It's very extreme, you know what I mean? It's like, it was fun and everything in the beginning. Now it's time to take your journey. And those 9 months is quite extreme. You know what I mean? Them 9 months of training is extreme, bro, before the birthing process. Because the birthing process, that's when the big shit happens. You know what I mean? The all of it, you know? So when we are at that time in our lives, I was listening to TD Jakes last night, and he said timing is everything, like as in a woman in birth, bro. So I had to come out and say this because I know it's going to help somebody through their journey. And this is my whole purpose of being here. This is why I read my tarot cards. This is why I offer people help through their journey, because of I understand this process of getting to where you need to be. You know, I understand how extreme it can get, you know, and through this birthing process, when it's time for a woman to go into labor, that is the most important time, because anything can happen. That baby can become stillborn. Throughout the pregnancy time, that baby can have a miscarry, all off of the stress that is caused upon this child. Or if the child or something is wrong, you know what I mean? We have to understand this, because now we are in the living world. We don't understand the birthing process in this living world. So we're constantly fighting against it. Constantly. This is why we be like, we be making our own paths bad, you know, with our decisions. It's because it's the canal that we're going through. It's the 9 months of training that we're going through. So do not miscarry your journey, your life, your time, your well-being. You know what I mean? Do not miscarry. And then when it's time for labor, oh my, that is just beyond important. It's like you got to make sure, like, God will put you at peace in certain situations. And if you know, you know. He'll put you at peace. Oh, he'll put you at peace and make you give a word type peace. You know what I mean? He'll put you at peace. And when that peace happens, it's time for the birthing. So all the things that is happening around you, the pressure, the constant harassment, all of it, you know what I mean? The cramps, the screaming, all of it. It's happening because it's time for the birthing process. You can't let it distract you, because for the simple fact of, if you let it distract you, you can be stillborn. You understand when you have a baby and they get their first breath of life. Do you understand we have that first breath of life multiple times throughout life? We do. It's a birthing process. This is why we transform. This is why we excel in life, because we have different birthing processes in our lives, on our journeys, all of this. You know, I felt good when the message came to me, because it felt great, and I felt that I needed to share this with somebody, even to myself. You know what I mean? It's time for us to be born or rebirth into who we are supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's time for us to become who we're supposed to be and be born again. It's like, these are signs that we cannot ignore. Plain and simple. Because these times that we're in are crazy. Everybody sees it. It's everywhere. It's messing with people's family. It's every fucking where. Plain and simple. And if I can give insight or light down a damn journey, that's what I'm going to do. Because it's an extreme ass journey in these times. I promise it is. It's like, I'm so sorry. My house has turned into a chaos. But, you know, these times are becoming very extreme. And these words that not only just from myself, but multiple other people that are being awoken in this time are giving insight on these times, on this journey that we're all having. Yeah, we all have our separate journeys. We all have those times when we have to do things alone, if you know what I mean. You know, it's a birthing process. Not everybody can constantly be there for your baby shower. You know what I mean? They can't hold your hand through the birthing process because half the time the pain be so extreme, you ought to hit a nigga. Forgive me. You know what I mean? Certain things we have to go through alone, especially when we are being born, when we are becoming who we are. We have to deal with a lot of extremities in our life when this is happening. I'm going through it. But I felt the need that I had to get out here and tell this because of my painting. And it was just because she's the universe, you know what I mean? And it's like, look at that birthing process. It's extreme, bro. It's extreme. Shake up some foundations, extreme. So when we go through these things, we need to understand that this is the time that we need to be silent. This is the time that we need to focus. This is the time that there's no games to be played because it's time. You know, you gotta rush to the hospital. You know, there's no waiting because the pain is extreme. It's that time. You know, there's no stopping a birthing process. Only one that can stop that is either God or you. No one else. You know, so when we are on this journey with the Father, with who He has called us to become, we need to understand our silent times. We need to understand our focusing times. We need to understand when chaos is breaking all around us, that's the time. We need to focus. Because of this is important. And that's all I needed to say today, you guys, because I'm having a very emotional day. But I felt I needed to come out here and help somebody, so I'm going to help. So you guys have a great day. Bye.